Hey, good morning everybody. It is day 63 on the Appalachian Trail. I am still at the quarterway inn. I'm just taking a zero today. The weather was pretty nasty overnight. Really nice place here. Miss Tina runs the place like an old farmhouse. They've remodeled and use it as an inn now. I'll show you around here. Let me show you around. Got a real big tree out here, a couple of hammocks. Like a really nice place, really remote. There's actually no cell service here and no Wi-Fi, which at first I was like, oh no, and then moments later I was like, actually that's kind of nice. Like, it's so peaceful here. There's only 3 of us that stayed here last night. There was Bricks, he is hiking today. He's just slack packing to catch up to here because he's not quite to this point yet. So I think he got dropped off maybe about 12 miles back, and he's gonna hike back here this afternoon. So we had an incredible breakfast this morning that Miss Tina made. It's like a gourmet breakfast. Like, every food that she made us was something I'd not had before. There were like savory pancakes and like an artichoke topping dip for the pancakes, and like some kind of chocolate chip scones and some like little eggs in a bowl. It was really, really good. So I'll probably do that again tomorrow before I leave. So yeah, we got some snow. Looks like a little bit of it's already maybe even melted today, but just a beautiful little area here. Like I said, this is about 0.3 off the trail. The trail is back down that way. Let's just walk down this little small road. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Here's the whole place. You can see the front. Like I said, we're all pretty much upstairs. And then we got a little kitchen downstairs. Here, I'll get you back on me. It was kind of cool. Not only is there no Wi-Fi and no cell service, but she has movies to watch, but they're actually on VHS. So we watched Field of Dreams last night with Kevin Costner. Because Chip, she's actually from the UK, so she had never seen it before, so she kind of picked that out for us to watch. It was really good. So yeah, it's interesting talking to her. She's hiking the AT with her husband, but they're not together yet. And actually, this is such an interesting story. I'm gonna get her to tell you here shortly. She agreed to a little interview with a little bit of persuasion, so that's pretty cool. So we'll talk to her. And like I said, just a 0 day. Looks like it snowed 2 or 3 inches, and I'm at a low elevation now, so I know up in the mountains it's got to be even more so. Let me see if I can see over there. Yeah, she said that we can possibly see the mountain we're going to be hiking up to next, but yeah, it looks like it's too socked in right now to try to see. So, but yeah, she said you can typically see it out the back door. So anyway, very cool place. There's a little cemetery she said I could walk to up here, but it's kind of cold and I got on shorts, so I don't know if I'm going to walk up there now or not. But apparently, I think it's the cemetery from the people that originally settled this little area. This is not the original house. I think this house is maybe from the late 1800s, but she said they actually had a house here before, like going all the way back like to the late 1700s, which is really cool. She actually even showed me the deed to the house, which was really cool. So anyway, just thought I'd show you all around a little bit today on day 63. I'm a quarter of the way through the trail. I worked on some stats and things to kind of give y'all kind of an update of kind of where I'm at after doing 25% of the trail. So I'll show you that a little bit later. And go through that maybe when I'm inside, because I actually took some notes and things. So anyway, very cool. There's a car went by. That's pretty unusual. But yeah, so quiet and peaceful. I slept so good last night. So like, this is only, I think, my second time in my life maybe staying at like an inn. And yeah, it's just so cool. She's got a dog and a couple of cats. A dog named Hazelnut. It's very sweet. So anyway, yeah, I'd kind of like to see this cemetery. I might just walk up there while I'm outside. I'm gonna jump this fence. So let me turn you guys off for a second, and then I'll turn you back on if I successfully make it across this fence. Well, okay then, I made it across the fence. It wasn't too hard. I just climbed across that little gate right there. Pretty big guy, but the gate and the post held up. I was kind of wondering for a moment, but we did get across. So yeah, it's wow, just beautiful. The snow is nice. Like I said, this is a low elevation, so I can only imagine like another couple thousand feet up, it's gonna be pretty cold and nasty up there right now. So I'm glad I'm not having to hike in it today. So yeah, it's beautiful to look at. And I think maybe more coming today, but it looks like once we get to tomorrow, we're gonna be clear. I think Chips and I may be kind of on a similar itinerary the next few days. She's also trying to get to Woods Hole, and I think we're kind of figuring out we might get there about Thursday. Maybe Bricks too. We'll see. I think he may be hiking a little faster than we are. We'll see. But so yeah, I want to show y'all this little cemetery up here. It looks really cool. Should have came up here last night when it wasn't snow covered. It was kind of even prettier. But yeah, I believe this is the original settlers of this little farm area. I think this is their cemetery. So there's some cows over there. I don't know if you can see them. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yep, there's some cows. Some type of trail. I don't think that's the AT, but a couple of trails running through here. Yeah, what a cool little cemetery. Looks like it's closed in, so I won't try to go in there, but yeah, definitely an older cemetery. Definitely some older headstones. I don't know if I can see any dates, but I'm sure they go back to like 1800s. Yeah, just some beautiful views up here. Yep, there's the little farmhouse where we're staying. Very nice. So anyway, I won't stay out here very long. It's cold, so I'm gonna turn you guys off and then take a few photos, and I'll get back with you inside later. Like I said, I got some. We'll see if Chips will talk to us for a few minutes, kind of about her journey so far. You know, we like to meet new people, and she's been very interested. You know, her not being from America, it's really interesting to talk to her. She's got the accent, and just yes, you know, kind of odd questions. And I've been asking her some odd questions. I think y'all remember the other day I wasn't sure about the difference between the UK and England. She actually explained that to me this morning, so that was cool. So anyway, making new friends out here, which is cool. So, like I said, let me turn y'all off. I gotta go back across that gate, and I'll get back with you here a little bit later. Ooh, starting to snow quite a bit harder, so I thought I'd walk down this little road here and show you a little bit of the scenery. It looks like some bigger mountains up here that you can see, so I just thought I'd walk here a little ways, stretch my legs a little bit. I think Chip suggested she might do a jigsaw puzzle later. I'm not a jigsaw puzzle person, but I think we may also watch a movie. I'll do that. So I'm not a very fun person in general, like just stuff like that. So like I said, I was kind of like, oh no internet, no Wi-Fi, no cell service. But then later I was like, wow, it is really kind of nice. So I might advise everybody to, on occasion, just drop the phone, drop the service for a couple of days, and just kind of get back to the basics of life. Oh yeah, it's really snowing hard now. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, it's lovely up here in the mountains for sure. Chip suggested it was the first snow she had seen in April, and I think it is for me too. I don't believe we ever had snow in April in Georgia that I can remember. I've honestly been in more snow this year, counting the 10 inches or 12 inches at my brother's in Washington State when I was there around Christmas. Like, this is definitely the most snow I've seen in one, you know, winter season or whatever. So oh yeah, some cows over there. I guess they don't get that cold. They look like they're pretty happy. So I guess they're having like snow cone grass today type. I don't know, maybe they like it. I don't know. Oh, so interesting. Yeah, the snow is pounding. I don't know how much longer I'll keep filming to risk my phone getting wet. But like I said, I just want to show you all a little bit more while I'm out, because I may not come out again today. I mean, hike out in the morning, maybe the next time I'm outside. So it's like late morning right now, so definitely gonna be a rest day. I think I'm definitely gonna take a nap. So quiet here. I don't know if there'll be possibly more people coming in tonight, or maybe not. Kind of hard to say. She just opened like a couple of weeks ago, so she's not seen too many people yet. But yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, you can see the big mountains in the background. I think those may be the mountains I came in on, I believe. See, I think I hiked across there to some extent, or through there. Definitely came out down that way, and then I think tomorrow I'll hiking out towards that way. So very cool. Oh, lovely little place. I ever go back to living in sticks and bricks, I would like to live somewhere definitely remote like this. A little tiny cabin in the woods sounds good, or in the little pastures. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to walk back down to the end and I'll get back with y'all in a bit. Okay, peeps, as promised, my new friend Chips is here to answer a couple of questions. She is from the UK. Can you explain that? I was telling my people the other day that I didn't know the difference between England and the UK. Can you explain that real quick?
Yeah, that's fine. So the UK is basically 4 different kind of individual countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And then England, Scotland, and Wales, because they're on the mainland, is Great Britain, and then Northern Ireland is kind of separate. And the whole thing is the UK. And
Cool.
I'm from England.
That's explained. Now, what's interesting about Chips is she's hiking with her husband on the Appalachian Trail, but they're not together. So they're Fish and Chips is their trail names, which is very, very funny, very cool. So can you explain kind of why y'all are hiking separately right now?
Yeah, so me and my husband started to hike the trail in 2020. We started on the 28th of February. And then we got about 3 weeks in, kind of 22nd, 23rd of March to Gatlinburg, and then COVID was getting really bad, so we basically had to come home, and then we started again this year, but we kind of had different philosophies on what we should do. So I kind of felt that I'd done the first 200 miles, so I could just start from where I left off, which was Newfound Gap in the Smokies. But my husband felt that he needed to start from the beginning to do the whole trail in one go, so he's catching me up. So that's why we're hiking apart. But we started, I guess, like 210 miles apart at the beginning, and he's super quick, so he's almost caught me. So he left Damascus yesterday, which means that we're like 70 miles apart, and I'm taking a 0, so by the end of the day, maybe 50 miles apart, and hopefully by next week, we will be back together. That's the plan.
Nice. Is it a different experience, I guess, hiking by yourself?
It is, because I've kind of learned to do my own thing and go at my own pace, and he's much quicker than me. So I've been trying to like build up my stamina and my strength and my speed, so that when we kind of catch up, our paces are a little bit more sort of consistent to each other, so we can hike together and it be really comfortable.
Yeah, that might get a little compromise on both sides. Is what it sounds like it's going to be needed. So what's been your very best day out here by yourself so far?
Oh, that's really difficult. I think there's been lots of really good days. I think there was a day, I can't remember if it was before or after Irwin. I think it was the day before Irwin, when you go over the bolds.
Oh yeah.
And the views were just spectacular, and I was feeling really good that day. And yeah, that was a nice day. The day into Damascus I really enjoyed as well. I thought that was a really good day. You know, the sun was shining, it was a beautiful town to arrive in. That was a nice one too. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had way more good days than kind of rainy bad days so far on the trail. I've been really lucky. What
has been your worst day probably so far?
Oh, probably when I got stuck at when the snow happened. So it was I'd only been on the trail for like 3 days, and got out the Smokies and then this freaky snowstorm came in, and it was like negative goodness knows what temperatures, loads of snow, and we were all kind of hunkered down in Standing Bear Farm, and it just felt like we weren't making any progress, and it was so cold.
Oh my gosh.
And that was really hard, but it only took a day or two. It passed and we carried on.
Awesome.
Yeah,
cool. Thank you, Chips. I appreciate you saying a little something to my people. I was talking about you earlier, and so I appreciate you kind of letting them get to know you. So
no worries. Very happy to.
Thank you very much, and have a good rest of your hike. So I told him we might see each other for a few more days before your husband catches up, and
Fingers crossed.
We'll see how it goes. So nice meeting you. Thank you again.
You too. Bye, everyone.
Awesome. Okay, guys, thought I'd wrap up today's video with the kind of a quarter of the way. Kind of an update and some stats that I know some of them we've been keeping up with pretty regularly. But anyway, of the big stuff I've been keeping up with, basically I'm a quarter of the way through the trail, or I passed through that yesterday. And leading the way is Poops in the Woods. Thanks to the emergency one the other day when we were headed to town. That was number 5. So we have pooped in the woods, dug a cat hole 5 times. We have fallen on trail 4 times. Strangely enough, all in a 2-day period. I didn't fall up until it snowed a few weeks ago when we had to take the weekend off. And we went back out on the Monday, and I had the kind of an easy fall there where Stumble stick my picture on the Monday. And then on the Tuesday, I fell 3 times coming down Little Ball. So that was kind of a struggle. So we're at 4 falls. We're at 4 Mylar balloons since I trekked through the water and stuff to get that pink one the other day, just a few days ago. That was number 4 on that. And let me think, is there anything else we're keeping up with? As far as my hiking averages, I figured all that up through 62 days. Today's day 63, but I'm already, past the quarter mark, so I want to include that. But basically, I have taken 14 zeros, which is definitely way more than I was thinking. I was kind of considering maybe 25 zeros for the entire trip, so I'm definitely taking more zeros than I planned to. But I kind of notated what each one was for, and only about half of those were actual like rest 0 days, maybe even a little less than half. And the others were like I had 5 days due to my feet, 1 at Boots Off and then 4 in Damascus. And I just considered those, I just had to do that. Like I had to get those well, or I wasn't going to be able to keep going. So, and then counting today as a weather day, this will be my, I think 3rd weather day where I've taken off specifically for the weather. Like not counting if it's raining and I just want to take that day off, but saying where it's specifically probably not a good idea to hike. And most people are getting off trail, especially those 2 days we spent in Irwin, like those are just pretty much necessary. So anyway, including my zeros, I'm averaging right around 9 miles per day hiking, and not including zeros on my hiking days, I'm averaging around 12 miles a day hiking, which kind of makes sense because I've done some 20s, 20 plus, and I've done, several 15 to 20s, but I've also done a couple of 2s or 6s, especially going into town and things like that. So that's kind of a good thing. So yeah, falls, Mylar balloons, poops in the woods. I think those are the primary things we're keeping up with. So yeah, just a few thoughts. I've made it a quarter of the way, which is exciting. Not trying to think too much about how long it took me to get here. Like you just got to make the journey. Like there's no timetable. I'd say probably my biggest thought, what's kind of hard mentally about hiking the Appalachian Trail is there really are no rules. Like everybody does it a little bit differently. I've only slat packed 1 day, which I think attributes to my longer time period too. Like if I was slat packing, I could have probably done a lot more miles by now, but and I feel kind of guilty about slat packing 1 day, but I also liked it. So, just things like that, like everything is a kind of a conundrum as far as thinking about whether you should do it or not. Everybody pretty much has their own rules. Like, I was noticing Bricks and Chips last night, we were talking about it. They do totally different. They hike with their pack pretty much everywhere they go. But then if you get the opportunity, like Bricks hiked out today, but he took his pack, but didn't quite take all of his gear. So does that count as slat packing? It's to each his own out here. So basically we're all just hiking. I'm definitely, like Bricks, we're both definitely sticking with a straight northbound path. So, and we'll ask Chips a little bit more about her hike when we get inside. Or actually, okay, I'm going to probably put this at the end. So probably we've already talked to her. So anyway, you heard from Chips earlier about that. So anyway, yeah, I'm pretty happy with most of my trip. Strangely enough, this YouTube vlog has probably been my favorite thing. Like I've enjoyed doing it like way more than I thought I would. Like it's a lot easier to do than I thought it would be. And as far as the comments goes, I noticed Bricks told me last night that he always replies to every comment. So I apologize, I don't do that, but I get a lot of them, and basically, like when you're hiking, like I'm trying to do the videos and upload them, and that is a good bit of work and time. So I'm not able to reply to everybody, but I do plan to. Like even if it's after the trail, I'm going to go back and at least like everybody's comment and respond to them in some way. So, like I said, I do appreciate it. Please keep on commenting because I am trying to read as many as I can. Basically, every time I get to service, I try to catch up on those. So, and as y'all know, I've mentioned I've listened to a lot of feedback on the director's view and things like that. So yeah, just keep letting me know if there's things I can do better, to make your experience better. Cause this is for you guys. For me later, I want to probably when I get back off the trail, go back and watch it all over again. Cause it is kind of a documentation, for me and my friends and family, but yeah, I've loved having you guys along. Like I said, it's been, the YouTube aspect has been pretty cool, and it gives me something to do. Like when I'm in the woods by myself, like I've always got somebody I can tell what's going on or show what's going on. So that's cool. And I've been able to introduce a lot of other people, like Chips today. She's like, I don't know if I want, I was like, you want to interview for a couple of minutes? She's like, no, I don't know. And I said, think about it. Your mom over in the UK would love to see you probably on video and know that you're okay. And she's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. So that's kind of how I make that stuff happen. So like I said, I've met some awesome people a quarter of the way through, and looking forward to meeting more people down the trail. Like I've said many times, like it's been my most surprising thing out here is how great the people are. Physically, I don't think it's been a bigger challenge than I thought, but I mean, the first part of the trail is just tough. Up until 60, 70 miles ago, we're constantly walking up and down pretty big mountains, so it's not easy. You know, at 50 years old, like it's some good bit of work. And I do think if weight loss is something I need to address. And I've actually I'm kind of usually embarrassed to do this. I don't know if I've ever published I'm a guy, but a topless photo of myself. But I actually took a photo in a mirror like way back at the start of the trail, and then I took one recently. It was a 40-pound difference. I basically had lost 40 pounds. I may have put a little bit back on now because I was in town for a couple of days, but basically when I came into Marion and weighed, I was 40 pounds down. I started at 270 and was down to 230, which 230 is like one of the lowest weights I've had probably since high school or college. And definitely, like, it's kind of weird. I've lost so much weight, but I've eaten so unhealthily. It just doesn't make sense to lose that much weight. And I don't feel near as good as like I do when I normally diet and lose weight, like the good way, like where it takes some time and you just eat very clean. And like, that's the diet I've become accustomed to losing weight on the last few years. And like I said, you don't feel good like that. Your stomach doesn't feel good all the time. We're eating like just more or less crap. Like it's the worst diet ever. But yeah, it lost 40 pounds. So, I mean, just remember weight loss is not everything. Like how you feel is a big portion too. But I mean, it has its plus side. It has its perks. Like I can eat whatever I want. I can eat a whole pizza. I can eat candy. I mean, basically you eat whatever you want. So, I mean, that's not a horrible thing, but I'm just glad it's short term. I wouldn't want to like have this be my lifestyle all the time. Like it would be very tough, but for a 6-month through hike, like I said, it is kind of a perk. So, and I'm hoping to eat better. Like I said, probably had 3-4 zeros I counted is basically where I was just struggling to eat and stay hydrated and stuff early on, but I've gotten much better with that. So, but anyway, I'll post a pic of my 40 pounds of weight loss. Like I said, I don't normally post pics like that, but it'll be a good kind of tell. You can see the difference in my body after just a little over 60 days. I mean, it's incredible. So obviously can't keep up that pace of weight loss or I would get to Katahdin and be 6'4" and 105 pounds, but we know that's obviously not going to happen. So I kind of thought that my goal was to not really get below like where I'm at now. Like I was 230, 235. I've been comfortable there before, but I mean, looking at kind of the people that are doing well out here, they're pretty skinny. So I mean, I may even get down to like maybe 215 or 220. It seems ridiculous. Like, thinking back to when I was 350 a few years ago, but I guess anything's possible. So anyway, guys, I'll wrap this up here. I'm going to go just hang out and get ready for my resupply and things and get ready to get back on trail tomorrow. Like I said, awesome stay here. So nice. Tina, trail name Chunky. Like, this is a good stop. It's the quarterway in. Like, you get off trail and it's like just you walk a little ways down the road and it's the first house. Like, it's so easy to get to. She has incredible signage. Like, she's got an arrow for everything. Just very cool. So anyway, appreciate the support. I'll be back on the trail tomorrow working on the second quarter and aiming for the halfway point, which will be kind of Harper's Ferry, but I think it's also, was it Pine Grove Furnace State Park or something, wherever they have the half-gallon challenge. When you get to the halfway, you're going to eat like a half a gallon of ice cream, which is like not just what you call the half gallon of ice cream. That's not even a half gallon anymore. You have to eat that and then like another pint. So I'm going to give that a shot. Like I said before, I'm not doing the 4-state challenge, I don't think, because it's just, I don't want to hike through places at night and miss them. But because there is a spot where I think you can do 43 miles in 24 hours and pass through 4 states. So probably not going to do that, but I will let y'all bear witness to me trying to eat a whole lot of ice cream really quick. I think it's 30 minutes maybe that you have to eat it. So we'll have that to look forward to. Just lots of good views coming up pretty soon. I think I'm about 150 or so from the Triple Crown, which is Dragon's Tooth, McAfee Knob, and Tinker Cliffs. And I did McAfee Knob and Dragon's Tooth with Ultras, a little hiking event last year. So I know they're incredible, and I can't wait to get to Tinker Cliffs too. So all very exciting. So anyway, appreciate the support. Thank y'all so much. Like I said, if I'm not like commenting on your comments or replying to them, I am definitely reading them. So and I'll try to do better about getting on some of them and responding when I can. So appreciate it, guys. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning back on trail.